What's the haps? I'm Morocco and welcome to Indie Insight, or Early Insight I suppose. This is an early look, kind of in Indie Insight, for this is an early access title. This is Airheart from Blindflug Studios. It is a twin-stick roguelike set in a dieselpunk universe where you fly around floating islands, fighting sky pirates, and fishing. So, if y'all know me, and y'all know me, that ticks quite a lot of my boxes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how and when fishing came to be one of my things, but I guess it kind of is. So, yeah, sky fishing. Great, let's do some sky fishing. Have a quick look at the options. This is an early access title, so this may not be final. They may be able to add and change things here, but at the minute it's just very kind of default Unity, I think is what this is. You've just got your standard naming convention presets that don't really tell you a lot of stuff. Might be nice to see something a little bit more fine-grained and complex from that, graphically speaking, but Unity being what it is, I'm not sure whether you'd actually see that. A lot of Unity titles don't really tend to give you a lot of flexibility in terms of graphical fidelity beyond the old slider. Audio's good, audio's on separate sliders, so that is good to see. It would be nice to be able to kind of change the key prompts from gamepad from keyboard to gamepad, because it's a twin stick shooter. I'm playing on a gamepad. All the prompts in the game are keyboard prompts, so yeah, I ain't using a keyboard. Who would use a keyboard for a twin stick shooter? That would be folly and futile. Let's not do that. Alright, we have Amelia Earhart, a fairly young Amelia Earhart, in her career of building planes early on in the sky. She has a hangar here. I have no bits to pick from. Admittedly, my last run ended in a spectacular burning failure, so that perhaps unsurprising that I don't have any upgrades here. It does appear to be a roguelike rather than a roguelite, insofar as I would say the distinguishing difference between the two genres being a roguelite would have some manner of progression between runs, whereas a roguelike, I think, I would just say, resets you to 0 each time, and I get the impression that this game so far does just reset you to 0. You lose your money, you lose your parts, you lose your crafting materials when you die, as best I can tell. I may be wrong, because like I say, my first run ended just straight up in a crash, so I might be wrong, but I think that's how the game works. So I guess we hop into the hangar and just go for a flight, because I got nothing to buy, I got nothing to craft. I said launch. There we go, launch. So estimated fish population is at its maximum. These are important things. We need to... The fish are obviously persistent between runs, and you can... Oh, I immediately flew into a rock and damaged myself. Yeah, you collect the fish. We're going fishing, right? And fish are, I guess, how Amelia Earhart kind of makes a living. She does a spot of fishing, she sells the fish on the market, and yeah, everybody wins. But as I say, the fish are persistent, so you don't want to overfish. For some reason, weirdly enough, in a game that has all of the above elements, you know, like a twin-stick shooter with pirates and airships and floating islands and stuff, somehow in here there kind of seems to have been shoehorned some sort of message about controlled fishing and not overfishing so as to preserve fish populations. So if we overfish, the fish won't grow back. There won't be enough fish to form a breeding population, and the fish will die out, and we won't be able to get any more fish off on these levels ever again. So don't go overfishing, or you will have no fish in the future. There's no way, once you've started the level, to actually figure out what the current fish population is kind of estimated to be. It tells you once you start a level, but beyond that... yeah, it doesn't tell you, so you kind of got to you kind of got to judge these things, I think. So I think I'll leave the fish be as they are. Apparently they grow back about 30% per between runs. So if I were to retreat from this fight, go cash in my stuff, upgrade my plane and what have you, and come back, the fish would have regrown by 30%. The fish are fragile creatures, as one might imagine fish to be, and yeah. As you see, if they get hit by bullets, either from you or the pirates who fight you, or the random turrets that you're blowing up for... I don't know why the turrets are there, they fight you. Are pirates notorious for mounting, mounted sentry guns around the place? Perhaps they are. Perhaps I was not aware of this, but yeah, they fight you. The pirates will fight you. Everyone's bullets... I think everyone's bullets do seem to affect everybody, because I've bumped into quite a lot of pirates in my first run that... They just seem they all seem to be kind of low on health, as if they'd sort of shot each other or got shot by turrets and what have you. So I think friendly fire is on for those. Yeah, one of them. Yep, they just blew each other up, so that's cool. I'm kind of low on health, so I might want to sort of end this run and cash in my chips, as it were, right now. I've been picking up all those barrels of oil from these guys. They're kind of, I think we can basically sell those when we get back. We can sell oil for money, as one does. We can pick up that scrap. I believe we can use the scrap for crafting. We'll have to delve into that once I finish the run, because I may want to retreat here, actually. I want to kill that guy, though. Another big guy there, though. I'm going to grab his scrap, and then I'm going to get out of here. So if I press down on the D-pad, we can just switch into a kind of a death dive thing, where we kind of need to dodge some islands. You're allowed to hit up to 5 islands, I believe, and then we need to try and land over here. And if we do so, we get all our stuff. Hooray! We caught flying parrots, polefish, and piperfish, which appear to be worth some oil to us as well. We got 60 oil barrels, 624 fish oil, and 684 oil total. Got a bunch of scraps, so I don't know if that'll be enough to do anything with us, but, you know, there we go. So 684 oil becomes 684 coins. So let us continue. And have a look at our workbench. So we can kind of look through our inventory here, I think is what this is. We got those 4 bits. Those are the 4 bits of our plane. The body, the props, the wings, and weapon. We have a... Okay. We have acquired... That does just straight up appear to be a weapon, a machine gun. Shot up the hangar the first time I tested the machine gun. It pulled right out of my hand and sprayed bullets along the wall. Powerful gun in the skies, but firing it slows down momentum. So, oh, these are not scrap, these are just straight up parts, which is interesting. So my basic cannon does 2 damage at 1 firing rate. Machine gun is half as powerful, but 4 times faster firing, which sounds pretty good. And the autocannon is the same power, but faster firing, which is pretty good. I think there's also 2 different weapon slots you can equip on your plane, but you start out with just the 1. So an adaptation of old Cloud Guard hardware fires in a burst of 5 bullets, then needs a quick reload. If the Grenaria police find me possessing military tech, there'd be trouble. Better keep it hidden when I'm not flying. Is that why we get shot at by the turrets? Are they the police? Could be. So, let us go to the shop. What can we afford? I don't think we can afford much. We can, I guess, upgrade... I know, we can buy the parts. For some reason it allows us to buy parts of the Pinty Canary, which I thought was our starting plane. I didn't think we needed to upgrade to that, yet it's letting me buy things. We certainly have more valuable things for more money, but I don't think we're going to get to that quite today. I don't know if we're going to get 4,000 coins right off the bat. Maybe better off looking at that. I feel like 5 speed seems like that's a pretty good one. I don't know what my current one is. I suppose this would be useful having a point of reference to compare to what's currently equipped. We've got some space up top. It would be nice if the game perhaps could implement a thing that told you what your currently equipped equipment is, so that you can compare these things. You're like, am I getting an upgrade here? What am I buying? Not sure right now. And gunmetal has all our basic weaponry, so we can buy ourselves a bolt cannon, but that is our starter one, so we probably don't want that. Got the machine gun. That looks a lot like the one we just picked up, except more colourful, as is that. I guess the ones you buy from the shop are painted nicely, and the ones you rip off the pirates are just kind of grey. They seem to be functionally identical, though, so I suppose in the hangar we can just kind of have a look at things. So wings... No, we can't equip another one. In the instructions it did say there were 2 different weapon firing buttons, one for standard weapon and one for wing weapons, so maybe they come equipped on the wings. Maybe you can buy wings that have weapons mounted on them, and that might be a thing. So I guess right now pretty much all I've got to do really is change the weapon? Or not? Are the weapons limited to the ships? I'm not sure why I can't equip these, actually. What do I need? I guess is it just grey? Just imply scrap and therefore not useful to me? So on the right hand side there, there's there's craft for 2 times a screwdriver and magnifying glass and $100, or I can sell it for 16, and I can craft it for 3 things that I'm not sure what those are. So I guess we'll hang on to these things. I guess we just go for another run. Yeah, let's go to hangar, down to the bottom, launch, and there's our fish population. That's how, I guess the grey is how much it has regrown since last time we were here. So we stripped it down by about half last time. So we can afford to pick up a few fish, but we don't want to go overfishing, otherwise we won't be able to get any fish in future. So grab a few. It does seem like potentially there's, I suppose, the option to just kind of farm the first level a little bit. As long as you fish conservatively and responsibly, you can pick up, like, yeah, I'm getting like 30, 40 oil from the bigger fish. Pick up a few of those, drop back down, cash it in for money. Move on. You could buy some things that way, potentially. Alright, so let's... Oh, I actually meant to go to the next floor, and I ended up inadvertently cashing in, so... Oh, I kind of get this now. You're flying around the edge of the circle. I actually hadn't quite figured out exactly. It was a weird kind of control scheme there, but you press left and right to kind of maneuver around the edge of that circle there. There we go. We got $372 just for going and doing a spot of fishing. And there's no pirates on the first level, so it does seem like that's a fairly trivial way just to farm some money if one wanted to be a little bit cheaty about it. But then our fish population's really low and hasn't grown back much. So I should probably just avoid dealing with fish on the first level from now on until they grow back. And it would not be fair to the fish to overfish. So let's go to Sky Layer 2. And let's kill some of these guys. Have I got... Oh, I do have wing weapons. Oh, shoot. They only fire forwards, though. I can't aim with those, and they slow me down fairly considerably as well. So, like the turrets, as I'm firing towards them, I feel like... No, I'm getting destroyed by that guy. No, I want out. Yikes. That was... Yeah, lesson learned. Don't fly straight towards the turrets and try to kill them with your wing weapons. Also... Other lesson learned, I'm not very good with the wing weapons. So, there we go. I got one machine gun scrap. Cool. Workbench. So if I've got... Have I got enough of those yet to craft a thing? Workbench. Hang on. Let me try and... Can I do something with that? Craft. Oh yeah, craft 2. That presumably means I've got 2 of it. I need 2 of it, and yeah, okay, right. So you need that many of the same items in scrap, and a much lower cost. So if I can pick up another autocannon somewhere, I can build it for 200 instead of buying it for... Man, I keep messing up these interfaces. Yeah, I can buy it for 200 instead of 2,000. So that's a considerable saving there. Rather nice. I would probably want to do that. Let us launch. Let's launch one more time. The fish have grown back a little bit. Amazing. Still probably want to leave them to their devices. Let them regrow. Let them regrow. Go straight to the next floor. And you know what? I didn't equip my machine gun. Oh, it's alright. It's fine. I just need more stuff. So the fish has regrown to maximum, so I can fish with impunity here, I feel. These fish are freely available to take from the skies and worth a good bit of oil to me. Weird that, you know, sort of tanks of oil like that seem to be freely interchangeable with fish oil. One wouldn't have thought, you know, vehicles and stuff that, you know, require oil and oil-based fuels to run would necessarily run particularly great on fish oil, but I don't know, perhaps they can be refined or something. Fish will fly away if they think I'm after them, apparently. Come back here, pink fish! No, I've lost the pink fish. If we have a look on here, it kind of shows you my current cargo, and I guess it sort of implies that there are different tiers of fish, so I guess most of the fish we're going to get are kind of like bronze or even copper kind of tiers, like copper, bronze, silver, and gold tier fish. I presume the higher tiers being worth more oil, one would imagine. But obviously the sustainable resource would be to wrench the oil from the hands of the pirates like so. That would protect the environment. Still strikes me as kind of a weird motif to have going on in this game. I mean, it's cool that they're addressing such topics, because Lord knows I'm quite certain that's a topic I've never known anyone ever address in video games ever before, but the choice of medium is interesting. It's like, your roguelike twin-stick shooter is how we're going to address the pressing concerns of overfishing in the world today. Okay, odd. I'll give you that. But if more people addressed pressing issues in the world through the format and medium of video games, perhaps things wouldn't be quite so odd. So, there is that. So I guess that looks like I can't fly up if there are pirates near it, I think. I don't know. When I would... There were big red X's around it for a moment. I'm not sure what was triggering the big red X's there. You're dead. I got some scrap. Don't know what I acquired. These guys look pretty heavily armored. If they want to give me a rocket launch or so that I could craft my own rocket launch, that would be great. Oh man, that's quite a lot of enemies. Mercifully, they are going to blow the living snot out of each other because friendly fire is on. So that's actually kind of okay. That maybe makes things a little easy with a crowd of enemies. Normally you'd kind of think, oh, there's a big crowd of enemies. I should avoid these. Less so here, because if they're all spraying bullets in your direction and they're all in front of each other, ultimately they're going to kill each other for you and save you quite a considerable amount of work. Let's grab a few of those fishes. That one's taking some damage from somewhere. I'll have a scrap. I don't know how many fish I've taken. I feel like I may be overfishing. They're certainly getting shot, which is unfortunate. Fish need to learn to dodge bullets better. They really do. I'm taking about half health. There are health kits, but they are a rare drop from enemies, so... Certainly can't rely on health kits being a pickup. What I can rely on is friendly fire. Seems like that's actually surprisingly reliable to rely upon. Yeah, friendly fire you can totally work with. Interesting that you can just straight up see the world below as well. You can just see where I came up from the previous level. I don't think it's helpful or anything. I don't think there's any particular use to that, but it's certainly interesting and kind of cool to be able to see that. There's a health kit. That's good. That seems to refill my health by about 25%. Probably want to skirt around the fishes a little bit. Lots of enemies to farm. So options are I can always just kind of press on. I can dodge the pirates and just head straight to the next level, or duck out of the fight. And the game kind of, well, in order to progress, you are kind of encouraged to duck out of the fight. If your health reaches 0, then you will kind of go into a death spiral thing, and you do need to try. It's basically the same mini game as returning back to base, except you fly horribly out of control because you've just been shot out of the sky. Really, is what it is. So we can do this, but I get... Oh, Christ, ouch. Straight into a rock. But I get very little say over where my craft's going. At least it felt that way when I was doing it. If you get shot down and you fail at this minigame and you miss your base, you will straight up just lose the game. To be fair, I suspect if you fail at this minigame when you haven't been shot down, you may well lose the game as well, actually, but... let's continue. Let's go to our workbench, see what we can craft. So, ooh, we have a Skyhawk 287, which is 3 times faster and has an overdrive ability, but I would require 3 of those to be able to craft it. What else we got? Wings. Where's the weapons at? These are all, oh, these are all the weapons. I thought there were too many, but nope. No, there are just lots of them. Okay. I feel like the joysticks, and I mean, I think what's wrong with the interface for me here is that maybe it's just a slight touch too sensitive, so I would say it would be nice to be able to configure the joystick sensitivity as well. Anything where I'm going to be using a joystick, I would like to see in the options the ability to configure the dead zone on the joystick, because I keep scrolling onto bits of interface that I'm not necessarily intending to do so yeah, I'd be able to tweak that would be good. Got a machine gun that I can't do much with. Well, actually, I can craft that, but do I want another one of those? Do I want another one of those? Can I sell it for a higher value once I've crafted it? That's a good question. So if 2 of those and 100 lets me build it. And what do they sell for? And they sell for 160, so I would actually turn it into a nice tidy profit if I would sell one of those. So you can do a bit of wheeling and dealing by crafting things like that. That's pretty interesting. We can definitely make that autocannon, which is good. I can't make another one. I need 4 of those to make a Sky Sweeper, which is a ton of damage, low fire rate. 3 damage, 2 fire rate for Dual Lancer, nice. Those are also expensive to make. And a Shrapnel Caster, 3 and 3. Pretty cool. Costs 3 pieces to make, so not gonna have that anytime soon. We could head to the shop. How much money do I have? I can get a Tyro X3 body, but I'm pretty sure I currently have the Tyro X3, right? No, let's Workbench should tell me what these are. What have I currently got? There's a Tyro X3, yeah, I would be buying the same one I've got. I don't know why the game lets you buy default equipment. Because I'm not sure, I mean, I guess you can sell it and you might decide later you wanted it back, but it seems kind of a silly thing. At any rate, let us modify our craft somewhat. We have weapons to tweak, that's what we've got. So we can just basically just up our fire rate with that, or I can go for machine gun. I want to go for a machine gun. Let's do one run with a machine gun and call it there, I feel. This should be our last run, I think. Let's see how we do with less fire, but a way increased firing rate. Once again, we're going to allow the fish to live and regrow. Leave them to their own devices. So, the problem with this weapon, I guess, principally, is that this could probably mow down quite a lot of fish. If you were to fire this weapon near a crowd of fish, as I kind of sort of did there. Yeah, there were more fish than that there a moment ago. Dang it. I probably killed a lot of fish there. Just by kind of flying around and spraying bullets. I think I may have sort of dealt a lot of collateral damage off the side of the screen. Which is not good for the environment. That fish went right through a combat zone and came out alive. It was a sturdy fish. Yeah, I like the machine gun. This feels better. This feels more like a twin-stick shooter I know and I'm familiar with. Just the faster firing rate feels more twin-sticky. Most games would just kind of give you like a fast firing rate and just, well, normally it'd be tons of enemies to balance it out. So this just feels more like a traditional twin-stick shooter kind of affair. Something I'm familiar with and can deal with quite comfortably. Do I want to get any fish? I'll grab a couple fish, I suppose. I'm not sure what the population was like on this level. I make a good note of it. So, whoop, grab the scraps. Can I shoot the missiles down? No, I can't. Gotta say, missiles. They follow you. Ow, jeez. Oh, Lord. Ah, I'm getting beat up here. It would be nice to be able to shoot missiles down. That would be a cool touch. Bullets and things, yeah, you're not going to shoot bullets down, sure. But missiles, you know, they're big, slow, just kind of generally follow you around. I feel like they're the sort of thing you could probably comfortably shoot down. That'd be alright. What have I acquired? I've got another one of the big things. I've gained, like, is that a chassis? I'm not sure what these things are. I feel like I've got enough bits to make some stuff. Certainly. So it's certainly an interesting progression. It's just collect multiple of the same type and a bit of money converts it into a fixed up version. I was expecting, honestly I was kind of expecting a fairly traditional crafting system, which is like collect 3 metal plates and 7 bolts and turn it magically into a gun kind of thing. So I like the idea that we're basically salvaging them from the ships that we've defeated. It's kind of interesting. So you can basically get, like, you need like 4 damaged versions of these from the ships that you've fought and shot down, and from them, presumably with a bit of tinkering and a bit of money and a bit of elbow grease, we can kind of reverse engineer it into something that will work for you. I am probably gonna have to land, cause I'm gonna die if I keep fighting things, I think, basically. Could use more chassis that, yeah, like, is that one? I don't know. Have I got any more chassis? No. Crap. Give me more chassis, game. I need something with more health. I suppose I can always save up and just buy it from the store. It's always an option. Okay, yeah, let's go down. Let's head. Ow! I really wish you wouldn't just, you know, bomb straight into the island as soon as I press land. So I think we got a clear shot straight down here. Or do I want to be down here? I don't know. Here, I think. Yeah. Seems like that works. Okay. Continue. Damn it! I didn't want to go to main menu. I want to go to shop. Have I got enough to buy anything? No, not at all. But we're getting there. Like, I'm nearly halfway to getting a slightly better body. That's okay. And we can go to our workbench and we might be able to craft things now. So I got one of those. That's no use. I got 4 machine guns, so we can craft that. And then we could just sell those, which is... That then turns a profit as well, and oh my god. Why does left... If I press left, this shouldn't go... Yeah, I don't know. Left was like going twice, I guess. Again, it's a sensitivity issue. It was going back to a different category rather than to the machine gun where I was wanting to scroll to. Sell one of those. Sell one of those. Better crafting profits. Can make that. And then I've got 2 of those, so we can sell that for 400. That makes us 200 profit. That's nice. These are cool. Interesting idea. So not only do we reverse engineer them for our own devices, we can also sort of, you know, fix them up and sell them on to whoever's buying them for a profit. Kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, this is Airheart. I've been going on quite long enough. This is a little longer than I would normally make these videos, so I'm going to leave that there for now. That is, as I say, Airheart by Blindflug Studios. Currently on Steam on Early Access for Windows and Mac, available for £10.99 or your regional equivalents. That seems pretty interesting, and I would keep an eye on it. Right now, I've enjoyed what I've played of it so far. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Maroka. I will see you next time.